Typical outcomes performance management. So, typical performance, here we will know how a CEO handles his company and his employees, how to run an organization, whether it is in order or not. If performance management is implemented correctly with specific objective tied to the strategic and operational plan, organizational performance outcomes will likely increase very quickly. So, in an organizations, every actions or movement or made must have a plan and must be planned. Because once your plan is good, a company will rise faster. For example, if the CEO asks for 3% increase in gross margin, this objective will be cascaded down to every department team and individual who can influence the increase in gross margin. Almost every company they work for is that because they want to elevate their organization. Those who are successful at achieving this objective will get a favorable review. Those that could not will get an unfavorable performance evaluations in the absence of extenuating circumstances. So we know that many companies have achieved the goal, but many have not. Why? Because it depends on the plan you have made, whether it's good or not. Or if you know you will be successful, you to plan better, or you need to plan better. If not, you can change your plan again until you success and achieve the target you want. Because before you can achieve what you want, you will have to go through a lot circumstances. You have to do is all tired, stress, but you have to do it, get what you want, goal on your own. So the process of performance management, therefore, drives organizational performance outcomes. Employees that achieve the organizational goals are rewarded with favorable reviews and bonuses in line with their performance contributions to the organizations. So, in a typical outcomes performance management, we have a six typical outcomes performance management, which is the first is communications improves. Everyone knows the rules. And the third, better recording, open up communications. Fourth is frequent communications reduce stress. Next is appraisals become relevant for everyone. And the last is employee learning and development starts to happen. So the first is communications improve. So communication improves. Here everyone has communications that they can do what they have to do more easily and so that they can have the job faster. Especially if an organization has a plan. So if you have been assigned to do something, you need to communicate with your fellow employees or someone higher than you. Why? For those who want to achieve the target, you can get the goal you want faster. In each district, he has his, but the plan is one and the same, so which is to get the goal of a company to achieve. Because at work, we need more courage, diligence here. Just more shoulder than stress. We know that stress comes out, but you need to more courage. So the next is everyone knows the rules. So of course, we know that in a company, before you can join, you must know what rules of an organization. Why? Is it necessary to have rules in a company? And why is that the manager always monitor the employees here? Because you see the performance of an employee, if it's good and if it's good and good of his work, or if it's hardworking. In organizations, there is no loss of rules, so that employees' work is better, and if they know, if they will do the right thing in every action they take at work, it's better because the work is clean, so that you can show good performance in organization. The next reporting is Miss Carullo, which is better recording, open up communication. Thank you.
Continuation of typical outcomes from performance management. Better recording opens up communication. If the organization has a system with a performance diary, then both parties are prepared with relevant content to discuss. They have diary notes that relate to performance during the entire performance period. Ang sinasabing performance diary dito, makikita yung records if yung performance ng isang organization is good or bad. So, makikita dito if productive ba yung employees mo or hindi. This raises confidence and reduces stress levels. So, sabi nga, it raises confidence and reduces stress levels dahil nga both aware yung employees and organization sa performance na nakikita nila sa records. Both parties feel more comfortable and they can have a content-rich and factual discussion about performance. Siyempre, dahil nga nakikita nila yung records ng performance, nagkakaroon ng communication and discussion about the performance. Like for example, kapag ang records ng performance is maganda, syempre nagkakaroon yan ng discussion like dapat next performance period mas galingan pa. So, nagiging comfortable yung both parties na pag-usapan to. So, nagkakaroon ng magandang outcomes. Next is frequent communication reduces stress. Given that these performance reviews happen more frequently, the discussion centers on performance objectives rather than being dominated by the employee's needs. The needs of the business are discussed more frequently to achieve specific performance outcomes. So, sabi dyan, dapat daw sa isang business, madalas daw na nadidiscuss o napag-uusapan yung ano ba dapat yung kailangan nilang ma-achieve, ano ba dapat yung performance na isang employee. So that laging aware yung employees mo. Both employees and manager communicate. Kailangan may interaction sila or communication para mas mag-gain sila ng better outcomes. Next is appraisal become relevant for everyone. By conducting more frequent reviews, objectives can be adjusted and modified to suit changing business conditions. This dramatically increases the probability that objectives are relevant and are able to be acted upon during the performance period. So dito, gumagawa sila ng performance frequent reviews during the performance period para mas maging relevant yung objectives nila sa company. So yung mga areas of non-performance review mas mabilis nilang mabibigyan ng action by reviewing more frequently because all managers and employees start to plan and execute to clearly thought out objectives. Next is employee learning and development start to happen. Given that most performance management system requires managers and employees to commit to a development plan, employees experience real personal development and become more engaged with the organization. Dito sinasabi na kapag daw ang employees mo ay nararamdaman na part sila ng isang organization and naiintindihan nila na sila at ang organization is interdependent, doon na pumapasok yung pagkakaroon ng developing of employees. So, syempre kapag nagkaganon, yung employees mo is magwo-work towards developing the organization by achieving its goals. Saka syempre, kapag ang organization is pinaintindi yung objectives ng development plans for employees at naintindihan ng employees mo na may benefits to sa akin. So, mas nagpa-participate sila, right? So, as a result, there should be engaged workforce who are extremely committed to achieving real outcomes for the organization. And that is all.